In this video, I'll show you how to use the belt sander to sand the edges of wood surfaces. The belt sander is used for sanding flat as well as curved edges, but not for the wide top sides of wood. For those, use the speed sander. Additionally, for large finished pieces like furniture or big final projects, sand by hand with sandpaper or use a random orbit sander. Don't use the belt sander. And finally, don't use the belt sander as a replacement for the jointer, because the belt sander is for making wood smoother, not fixing warps or incorrect angles. As always, these videos are meant to be used as a reminder for how to use the machines, and used in addition to an LWHS woodshop teacher teaching you. Make sure to follow the safety rules of the woodshop, wearing a safety helmet, pants and not shorts, tying up hair if it's longer than shoulder length, and asking the teacher before using each machine. To start, make sure the sandpaper height is correct. Usually, it'll have enough paper to cover your project, and if that's the case, you can skip ahead to the actual sanding part of the video. But to adjust the height, start by pulling the two levers that are under the table to the right. Then, turn the knob counterclockwise until you have the length of sandpaper you need. Don't forget to push the two levers back in place. Now, to sand flat, it's a pretty simple process. Turn on the machine by using the green button on the left side of the machine. Place your project against the fence/wood block on the right side, then push the wood against the sandpaper, as shown here. The sandpaper will be moving very fast to the right, which is why you want to keep your project against the wood block fence. You can also see why it would be bad to sand the wide, flat edge of something with a belt sander, because it wouldn't be supported by the fence, and it would get caught on the rotation of the sandpaper and pulled into the machine. So for wide, flat edges, use the speed sander. To turn off the machine, press the red button on the left side, below the green button. To sand with a spindle sander, you'll use the spindle part of the machine on the left side. The LWHS woodshop has another spindle sander independent of the belt sander, and if the belt sander is being used or you want a smaller curve sanded, you can use that one by the jointer. For sanding with a spindle sander, use the same process, but you won't need to place it against any fence. This is because you'll be using the spindle for sanding curved edges, and because there's less area touching the rotating sandpaper, it's harder for the sandpaper to catch the piece and drag it along. However, still keep a firm grip on your project. Another tip is to not press too hard against the spindle, because the friction from the wood on such a small sandpaper spool will cause the sandpaper to heat up, which can then burn your wood. Remember to clean up your workspace once you're done, and leave the space better than you found it. If you have any questions at all, please ask the woodshop teacher, because they'll definitely have the answers you're looking for. I hope this belt sander tutorial was helpful, and good luck with your project.